name's Ashley Saville. I live in Winooski, Vermont, so Burlington essentially. My business is called Anemone, and I work with upcycling old textiles, mostly quilts. I've done some wool blankets and woven blankets here and there, upcycling them into mostly coats, but a bunch of other clothing and accessory items too.
Awesome. When did you start doing this?
September 2020. So it's been almost 2 years.
Great. And how has it been so far?
It's been great. I mean, I just started it not really looking to be a business. I just uh, wanted to explore kind of my own creative realm. I'm not like a big social media person, but I made one coat just for myself and decided to create my Instagram account. This is just a great visual diary for myself and um, kind of gained some traction there. And then it slowly grew into my full time job, which is amazing now.
Cool. What were you doing before this?
I had taken some time off after having my kiddo. My background is in the beer industry and the nonprofit world. So I was living out, I'm from Vermont, but I was living out in Seattle up until midway through 2019. And I was running a nonprofit fundraising program for Lagunitas Brewing Company. And then after having my son, I ended up not going back to work. And we knew our plan was eventually to move back to Vermont at some point. So it seemed kind of like a good time to do it. So we moved back summer 2019. And then uh, right after that, basically COVID hit that spring.
Um, and so is this like, was sustainability on the forefront of like why you started this project? Or would you say it had elements of like, were there other things that you cared about more than sustainability?
No, I think the main drive, I mean, I think they went hand in hand on pretty equal playing field for me. I mean, sustainability being at the forefront of my mind and something I've thought about for a long time. And like I was saying, repurposing old materials because I mean the just the U.S. alone has like 16 million or million tons of textile waste every year, and 85% of that ends up going into landfills or being incinerated. So there's just so much that we already have. So it was thinking about using all these materials that we already have. And for quilts in particular, it's pretty cool because a lot of the older quilts were made from old clothing and linens that were around in feed sacks. And so folks needed to stay warm. So they made quilts and blankets from those materials they already had. And I think it's a really nice way with this to bring it full circle because you're still utilizing the quilt, but wearing it as clothing again. Um, but really just trying to think of a way to use what we already have. And I think shifting the mindset from um, just having to have new things. I mean, I feel like everyone is so focused on trends and having the next big thing and having things be new and shiny and learning to invest in what we already have around and appreciating things that are imperfect in different ways. And I think it gets people's wheels spinning in their heads too about making repairs to other things that they have. So that was definitely a big part of why I decided to do this.
Yeah, for sure. And kind of on the note of what you were saying before about getting people's wheels turning, for people who have a full-time job already and they're not looking to make a major career shift, what do you think that people at home or people watching this can do in their life in very small ways to incorporate that element of using what we already have into their routine?
Sure. I mean, even thinking about as things start to wear out, like if you have a need for something in your home, look around and think about what you have. Like even this winter, I couldn't find my like neck gaiter. And I thought I was like, I could go buy one, but why wouldn't I just use? I have all these quilt scraps around. Why won't I use that? So kind of taking that the same way, patching what you have, looking around, seeing what you can use in your house, not using disposable paper towels or different rags for cleaning, using what you already have of clothes that are ripped. Um, Buying some beeswax, making reusable food wrap. All you need is beeswax and fabric. I mean, you could use old t-shirts for that, or making your own cloth napkins. I mean, there are so many ways just to make a small difference in things that really don't take a lot of time or effort.